you know, if Dardoch's out playing Kez, it's really never going to go Echo Fox's way if we get ourselves into picks and bans again.
I've also got to give some credit to Lourlo. This is a guy who got a lot of flack for a long time about, you know, oh, not being that good. But he's actually been performing quite well in Liquid's resurgence, and I think that is really developing into a very good player. Works well with Dardoch, so impressed with him overall. Picks and bans going through very quickly. Azir, Trundle, Rise taken off the table by Fox, and TL is going to ban away Soraka, Vladimir, and that Jax that KFO so loves. First pick rek'sai, take that away from Dardoch. Don't want a repeat of that 8-0-6 performance.
Certainly not. So a lot of bans traded back and forth. Actually, this time around, you saw Echo Fox have to add a Rise ban themselves, as before they came in knowing they would leave Rise and Vlad up, and there's no point in banning one because they'll take the other. This time around, they're like, well, we can try to pinch a little bit here, and they set up the pinch properly. And the question is now, what does actually Liquid even take on their first round? Because you've got to get something good back for that rek'sai first pick.
I think Karma would be a pretty good option. We see that a lot. Karma is very flexible. You can take that early. You don't have to pick your jungler early, but if you don't want to give anything away, you can do that as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually going to be Karma and the braum. So taking braum away from Big, that is something that he's been pretty comfortable on. He loves the Soraka, so they ban him that way. They pick away the braum, and it's going to be Fenix in the mid lane on Karma, unless there's something super wacky.
This makes total sense, by the way. Normally, you wouldn't want to pick these so close together and kind of give away where your mid laner is, but this is screaming Dardoch's playing Graves this game. This looks so much like their game 3 against Immortals last time, where they're trying to set him up to hard carry in the matchup, give him a bunch of supports. You've got, you're probably still going to see Sivir or Ashe coming out of Fabbbyyy, maybe a Jhin, and I think at this point, Echo Fox can just play around the fact they know Graves should be coming in, and that sort of Liquid style.
Karma is such a good enabler for those double AD carry comps. You have the Graves in the jungle. You obviously have a strong AD carry in their own position in the bot lane too. So it works out very well, especially with the rise in priority of things like Ardent Sensor. It's actually a fantastic item, even for mid lane Karma. You can build items like that up and really help to enable the team. Froggen, though, going to be going with the ultimate comfort pick. He locks in anivia, while Keith is going to take Ashe.
All right, so Freljord synergy so far in this game. 3 of the 5 coming from that city-state lore. Heads up, buddy. It's going to be an icy one there. And yeah, so Froggen, on as you said, the epitome of a comfort pick for any player ever, basically, is this for him. It gives Echo Fox a nice sort of controlled game. It also means that this could be a team who plays very slowly here. Anivia, pretty much the queen of wave clear.
It's also
be amazing at it.
It works so well with split push, right? This is what they want to do for KFO. Allow him to split push. You know what works really well with that? You have a wave clear mid laner. He just sits, stalls out the game, keeps killing the minions. Give time to KFO so he can do what he wants to do. And how many games do you figure Froggen has played on Anivia?
Several thousand. I mean, if
10,000?
Professionally, I would say, you know,
not professionally. I'm just talking about
a double-digit number, but I mean, 10,000 games is a lot to try to say you played Anivia in. I would say, you know, in the 4-digit range, though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 4 digits. I don't know what that first digit is.
There's some one tricks that have, you know, well over 1,000 games in one rank.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. But Froggen, you know, he had to sit there and play LCS sometimes, you know. It gets banned away. He's not just playing, you know, ranked to normals or whatever, so you gotta dock him a little bit there.
Well, Graves is going to come in. You predicted it. I think it's going to work great. You have the double speed up Karma with the Sivir working very well. It's a combo that most LCS teams do love, bread and butter. You have double speed ups, AoE shields. You're protecting your AD carries. Braum enables them with not only the passive stun, but with a lot of defensive abilities as far as counter engage with his ultimate. Also pretty good engage himself.
Yeah.
So this team is very synergistic so far. We'll see what they add in as far as the top lane goes. My guess is it's going to be someone pretty tanky. Irelia is the pick now.
But Shen is like the perfect champion for this composition. When Liquid lost against Immortals, it was because Lourlo got smashed in the one-on-one, playing Irelia, getting outplayed by a Hecarim. And Echo Fox says, hey, you know what champion we banned in game 1? And we're gonna give you the counter matchup. Let's give you Shen. Let's pick the Irelia. Let's pick the squishy that you're gonna want to play a tank into, so that you're not a liability here. And Dardoch can just play that 1v5 game with really no weaknesses on his team at all.
Yeah, I think Shen works really well here for TL. I love the comp from them, especially. I think that, you know, Fox has a lot of things going for them too, especially if they can get advantages, you know, in their 2v2 matchup. Perhaps Nami a strong laning support. But definitely the Shen is going to work really well. You can have him matching the Irelia in the side lanes. You can always join in fights with that Shen. Ultimate, the Stand United is fantastic, especially if you have the 4-man squad catching a good opportunity to engage. You pop the Sivir ult, you pop the Mantra shields, you get in there with a speed boost, Shen joins in, and you look for that 5v5. We'll see if TL is able to find it.
We'll see if they are able to, or if somehow Echo Fox can make that matchup work anyway and get irelia off the ground running. If it happens, then KFO set up Gary. He's got a decent support staff, but it's going to be a hard one ahead for Echo Fox to turn it around. So we are getting set for Game 2 in this match. Make sure to take a moment and share your photos with us on Twitter. Looking for the best LCS viewing party out there. So if you think you belong, send us evidence at LOL Esports, hashtag lock in, bring it up on Twitter, and let us know how you get down. Echo Fox taking on Liquid. Liquid looking for that 2-0. It's maybe likely that Echo Fox certainly have some tools to bring this one back as we get ourselves into Game 2.
They definitely do, and I would like to talk a little bit about the Shen versus irelia, because a lot of people are kind of pegging it as a counter matchup, but actually a lot of the times that has come out in the LCS, it's the Shen that has ended up falling short. So I do think it's not nearly as bad as people are making it out to be, and it's certainly something where if you get ahead at all as the irelia, you can really start to smash this guy. You do a fair bit of true damage. When you get the Trinity Force at a good timing, you know, if you can even finish the Trinity Force before people get Sunfire Cape completed, which does happen sometimes in these advantageous matchups, if you can get ahead from your jungler, etc., it can get really ugly for the Shen, and he can start to get soloed out. Whereas Shen is more just like, you hold the line, you kind of just stall out the irelia. You shouldn't really just be like solo killing this guy over and over, that kind of thing, which he really does have the potential to do. So, you know, Lourlo just wants to hang on, farm it out, and enable the rest of his team.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here as Kez runs away from the shotgun. Loses a couple of scales on his back. Well, her back, if you want to call it from the rek'sai point of view. And Kez slinks away okay.
Got him.
Yep. So far, Dardoch and Froggen, the only ones to deal damage in this game, I believe. And Froggen
having some fun.
Representing the fact that he's now in the country this champion is based off of.
That's Team Spirit Anivia, I think.
Exactly. Right? It is, yeah. It's the American flag Anivia. Thank you, Froggen, for accepting the country you've moved to. Welcome. We like having you here. You're a wonderful person.
So what's the Canadian skin then? Is it the Toboggan Corky?
I mean, yeah, Canada's good at. Well, by the way, there's also Hockey Jacks.
There it is.
I mean, the Mighty Jacks feels like the most likely.
That's pretty Canadian.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, is Canada good at bobsledding?
I actually have no clue.
You don't watch that?
I was just like that. Well, I do, but not so much the bobsled.
Yeah, I feel you.
I watched Cool Runnings though.
Yeah.
Great movie.
That was a great movie. Shout out to Cool Runnings. The Jamaican bobsled team. Ooh, KFO getting smacked with a chair.
Fabbyy's not in range. If they can proc the passive, that's where it gets a bit scary.
Yeah.
Both top laners just want to hang around, pick up as much XP and potential farm that they can. Usually the best that you can ever do is 3 minions. If you can pick up half a wave, you are happy. Matt now moving in to harass, but he's kind of a little bit late to the party. Kez already clearing up this side of the map.
Yeah,
top
honestly,
laner is going to join up.
Both junglers actually allowed to do a greedy start and get 3 camps near the enemy duo lane. But yeah, neither going to be really stopped. We had a Gromp start from both duo lanes as well. Another nice stun. And you can see actually, this is the funny thing is, so knowing that Liquid have this strategy in their playbook, sort of setting up for the early Karma pick and putting it in the mid lane, I think Anivia is a great pick against Karma. The range disparity tends to be nice. If you're battling 2 mid-range champions, Anivia tends to win that kind of situation. So
the trades are really strong, especially when you hit 6 and you can just do the ER combo. You throw out the E, you drop the ulti on top of them, and it gives you the chill, even though you threw it out after. It's very, very nice. And one thing that's kind of funny about the TP change is, obviously it is a nerf. The channel is slower, and it is longer, and it's intended as that. In lane swaps, it can kind of be nice, because you can actually TP on the minion that the turret is focus firing, and keep that alive a little bit longer. So one of those little adaptations that LCS players are making is that they're kind of sometimes delaying their TP a little bit longer, and then they TP on the cannon as that gets focused. Sometimes can give you a bit of an edge.
Yep. Froggen sadly missing 1 minion under the turret. He's normally so good at last hitting on Anivia.
Pretty much every champion. He's very good at last hitting.
Yeah. He's a great farming player right now. Once again, battling with Fenix in his mid lane matchup as the first turrets have fallen in the first round of the lane swap. And I believe the gold went to both top laners as per usual. And now the lanes have swapped back around as now Sivir is up in the top side battling KFO's irelia. Big and Keith doing the same thing up against Lourlo on Shen. So
Kez is going to
No
gift
major
over
differences.
the blue buff as well to Froggen. This is something I really do like seeing from rek'sai. You don't really need that blue buff very much, and Froggen can make nice use out of this, kind of just spam it out, hopefully give him a bit of an advantage in that mid lane, whereas, you know, Dardoch's going to take it for himself because he is playing one of those man junglers. Here comes KFO.
They got the stun on to Fenix. A big slow coming across. A couple more autos would have done it, but KFO can't stay in range any farther. But a nice little play in this lane swap game, right? Just a nice adaptation, a nice little move on down. You're pushed out of the lane anyway, and you force a flash out of the mid lane.
And it doesn't even cost KFO his flash. So if Kez and KFO, you know, either of those guys want to return to that lane, we'll see if they can get anything done here, because you can kind of double flash on a Fenix, look for that first blood. Would be nice to see Fox get out to an early lead. At the same time, they're actually deciding to defend here. So Fox moves up and they try to hold on.
And it's same for Liquid as well. So we're seeing a different version of round 2 of the lane swap here. Normally you see when the dual lanes go to different sides of the map, you just see that outer turret fall and you resume the game later. But this time around, actually...
Ooh, nice bubble.
Yeah, top lane and jungle actually fighting off against AD carry and support. And it'll be very interesting as, generally speaking, Ashe Nami should be able to push out the Shen a bit better than I would expect Sivir and Braum to knock out an Irelia.
Yep, that's true. At the same time, Shen has great last hitting under the turret. You can use your kind of parry zone to be able to last hit there without taking too much damage, and you always have your passive shields that you can keep popping. So both champions have their advantages. Irelia can kind of dip and dive out with the Qs. Another good bubble there from Big, but unfortunately Keith takes the worst end of it.
Yeah, an even better smoke screen keeps Keith from attacking back, and he hit 2 turret shots for it. So he's actually Dardoch getting most of the farm. He's over-leveled on Lourlo, who is actually now walking into the top side to reinforce his duo lane.
Yeah, they could go for the dive here if KFO does not back off. He has no support, so he should be backing off. He does do just that, and not making any greedy play.
And Fenix has priority on the mid lane. Froggen has teleport and flash, but he's stuck under his turret as Fenix roams. KFO sniffs it out, though. Communication was good enough to let him know that he was not safe right now, and this should be the chance to maybe re-pressure on Karma. If actually Echo Fox had pushed up, they would have actually had the opportunity to really punish Fenix. The longer Froggen can freeze this wave, but he pushes it and roams bottom instead.
And they're actually looking for a dive here. If you can see in the split screen, flash.
A trade of flashes, exhaust on, and that's going to be a kill. That is goodbye. First blood coming through, nicely done. Thank you, spectators, for watching all 3 lanes. Let me get that kill down there.
Yeah, we do see Dardoch getting taken down, and it's going to mean the dragon for Echo Fox, and I'm sure we'll swap over to that eventually.
And it's Infernal Drake, which is going to make them very happy when you consider that Irelia really needs to win her matchup, and although she wasn't part of the actual fight itself, and didn't get any of the gold or experience, bonus attack damage is a very, very big deal on her. And if this is an important part of the matchup, that's an important Drake for them.
Yeah, it's great for Kez, especially because Dardoch had been power farming, was up a lot in CS. This is going to push Kez into a position where he can kind of outpace a little bit, get too tanky, hopefully, for Dardoch to be able to deal with him. He's able to pick up both the Sightstone and the Balmy Cinder, so a great first buy from Kez. They get the Infernal Dragon. Unfortunately, they're down a turret for now because they decided to take the Dragon over the turret.
But that's the sort of trade you're going for right now. It's power that's going to stay forever versus a turret you're probably going to get eventually. It's a quick surge of buys for Liquid. You can see they're up 400 gold despite being down the first blood because of the turret money.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they can get more out of this one. You expect Echo Fox to at some point knock down that turret. Yeah. That happens as per usual. I'm gonna break the 4th wall real quick. Spectators, next time we see that, can you please cut away from the ward kill?
So at the same time, although it is kind of that gold that you can hopefully pick up later, it's not always guaranteed. And we even saw some of the outers staying up for quite some time in the previous game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great if you get this dragon, but it's like delayed power, like you said.
Yeah.
It's ADAP, which is not super effective early because it's a small percentage until you have a lot of it already. So they're trading that power for later. We'll see if it does pay off for them because they need to still stay in the game now. Last time TL was able to take a small lead and really balloon it, kind of crush through the game. Fox is looking a lot better this time around, and they are pushing towards that turret, looking to get it, and they want to grab another blue here for Froggen, but the collapse is coming in.
Arrow lands on a mat, and here's the dive in from Kez. Some damage across, and the smite's going to go to Dardoch to grab the blue buff. Froggen cut a left-hand side. Phoenix, and they've got to run from this one as Matt flashes the re-engage. Gets a slow into Big. He's going to flash away. Nami stays alive, but now Kez is slowed. The rev up's on him. A couple of shotgun pellets out of Dardoch, but looks like he's able to get underground, and Kez can run away. And attempted a blue buff steal turns into Dardoch having to grab it for himself, and Echo Fox taking a lot of damage.
Nice collapse there from TL. They have the good response, and Froggen was not actually leveling his wall at all, so he didn't even have a 1 point in that, which could have maybe saved them a couple flashes, but it's pretty standard. People like to just take the combat power, max out the E and the Q early, and not wait, not get that point in W for quite some time. But
yeah,
KFO up pretty far. The wave's gonna push you, KFO. You don't need to be up here.
Oh no, he's going to be attacked by Lourlo, and you've got the rest of the team coming in pretty soon. Also, Blade Surge is down. He missed a last hit, so he's got 6 seconds before he can jump away again in case he needed it. That was not the case. It will push into the wave, but Kez needs to be here to back him up. Big maybe as well to ensure it's all safe. Keith. I saw Ashe assume it was Fabbbyyy. Keith in the bot lane will just hold this wave for now, but KFO needs some reinforcements.
And that's 2 blues in a row there for TL. Ooh, nice stun. Means Lourlo takes a couple turret shots, but Fenix ends up with a blue buff regardless because they take away Fox's blue buff. So 1 on the jungler and the mid laner there for Team Liquid. Froggen waiting here, see if he can get something done.
Pretty good damage under Fenix, but durable enough thanks to the Chalice. Fenix is going, of course, for the more supportive build, the early Athenes. We might see Froggen get a wall off soon, but no. As Fenix empowers his W tether, he gets a self-heal. Feels pretty good. I can see the spectators do not care about what I ask. That's fine. I get you. I'm outvoted. It's cool. I did make it worse. Yeah, we got a mutiny here. This is unacceptable.
And so Ashe up 14 CS. Things looking a lot better across the board. Last time it was TL with CS advantages in all lanes. This time, at least Keith is ahead in that farm. And we do have, ooh,
he was actually safe anyway.
He was actually safe, but it's a panic flash. And still quick reaction there coming out of Fog. He's able to get away. But that's one of the great things about Ashe. You don't even actually have to hit them. You can sometimes just get these summoners time after time. And the Ashe arrow is very low cooldown, especially when you do go into those Essence Reaver Hurricane builds. Have a lot of CDR. Keep shooting those out. Good job by Keith. Gets the flash. We'll see if they can capitalize.
And this game definitely feeling a lot closer than the previous one. As we've got actually Echo Fox holding a gold lead despite being down the turret. They've done such a better job of controlling the waves. Look at KFO over Lourlo. He's up 13 right now. The 80 carries up 10. Froggen's not too far behind. And this is heartening now for Echo Fox, who were, at the beginning or after yesterday, kind of the undisputed worst team in the league, and now finally playing Liquid close, and that's a good thing. Very good thing for them. Yeah,
they've got a long way to go in this game to close it out, obviously, but 2 pieces of that Trinity Force picked up by KFO. He's going to be strong here, really wants to rush to that completed Trinity Force. When he does get that, that's kind of the ultimate spike there for irelia. Can hope to 1v1 Lourlo pretty heavily. XP fairly, even though Lourlo hanging tough, he's up a couple CS. It's pushing towards his opponent, so KFO will go back up, but still, Lourlo's doing his job. And although TL is down a kill, they're more than relevant. They're definitely very strong, and they have a solid team fighting comp, which is going to be very kind of easy to execute as far as what their goals are, right?
Yeah.
Group up as 5, you use your speed ups, you engage, and you fight. Whereas the split push can sometimes be a much more complex game. How far can you go? When do you engage?
Right.
How do you get vision to protect your irelia while still staying safe as a 4-man squad? It's more complex.
Right, and Liquid, even if they do push really hard and don't have quite the right wards, I think their comp's actually pretty good at dealing with a flank. Like if KFO comes in, Matt just tags him with the passive, Fenix shields everybody, and suddenly they're all fine. The attempt at a dive, missed bubble from Big. He, I guess, hit the wrong button. He hit bubble when he meant to hit, I guess, one of his other buttons to buff up Keith. Doesn't find any targets.
Expecting perhaps a flash or something on top of him.
Actually, that might have been
It could have been a protective thing, because we saw the Sivir all come out, and throwing the bubble on top of Keith could be saying, yep, you're about to flash on him. Either way.
That's, true.
If that's what it is, that's very, very clever.
I'll give you that one. You're right.
So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I will too. You're right, Azale.
Good stuff from Big.
Yeah! It wasn't
has red buff. KFO has to be careful. He will be able to land the stun out of this, though. We'll see if he can finish him off. He has no mana.
For a ton. Lourlo! Oh, a trade of flashes, and Lourlo's got energy. KFO cannot be part of this fight anymore.
Has to back off, but that would have been a 1 fight for irelia had it not been for the red buff on Lourlo. So although he had it, it ends up being an even trade. Things are just going to get better for the irelia in that 1v1, and the fact that he was almost losing, even though having the red buff,
Yep.
That's good things for KFO.
You're talking about a nice flash engagement. Keith, who flashes away. The bubble hits Matt in the face, and here comes everyone else. It's Kez, rather, chasing out Dardoch. Here's anivia. Goodbye. The pickup there. A second opponent on the map, and here is round 2. Lourlo ulted to Fabbbyyy, not to Matt. So that is a dead braum, and Lourlo not even really part of this fight anymore. Can you even win a 3v5?
They don't even care about the kills anymore. Get the Infernal. They already have one. Pick up your second. This is great for Echo Fox, and they are looking like a completely different team from the first game around. Things start off well for them. Lanes are going excellently, and they have controlled the objective. So this is what they need to do. Sometimes you just need a little bit of confidence, feel things going your way, and you can look a lot better. And Fox is looking like a great team in the second game.
Now, Echo Fox has pulled individual games off of many teams before. They even took a game off TSM back with the old lineup. So sometimes these individual games do come through as they continue to pull a lead against Liquid here. But the real question is, how much more can they play to this level? Individual game upsets mean almost nothing here in this league.
Yeah, you have to be able to close out the series. The one thing it does mean is at least it's some confidence, right?
Yeah.
It's something that you can build off of. And here comes Dardoch dashing over the side, but he's already spotted out by that ward from Froggen. So Kez and Froggen are ready. There's the flash from Dardoch. He does not have his quick draw, couldn't go back over. At the same time, faster on the TP is KFO. He gets in. They take out Matt. And
yep. The sad face of Dardoch on your screen there jumps over the wall right into a rek'sai. Unlucky, but it happens sometimes, and we are now in a game where, look at this. Echo Fox not only got 2 Infernal Drakes so that KFO has better stats than 1v1, they're going to give him the Rift Herald as well. And Lourlo, I feel like your days are numbered, buddy, because KFO has all the tools he needs to win this 1v1, counter pick or not.
And the wave is pushing towards him, so if he wants to kind of slow play it, he can hold this, try to extend the lead. My guess is he's going to push it out because Liquid is moving around aggressively as a 5-man squad. But regardless, KFO, Fabbyy's going to get caught. Wow.
And he spell shields the E damage, but the respite's coming through. A nice shield up from Matt. Arrow tanked up by Dardoch, and Fabbbyyy stays alive. 0-0-0 for him. Liquid have only gotten turrets so far this game. Even their wards are dying.
Still, good things for Fox. KFO is split pushing. He's collecting the last of the gold he needs for the Trinity Force, which is going to be massive for him. Yes, there is a Sunfire Cape completed by Lourlo, but the additional gold on KFO is going to mean much more.
It definitely is. This is rough stuff ahead. When you contrast especially to Liquid running almost the exact same comp yesterday against Immortals. Dardoch was something like 8-4-4 in a losing game. Here he is 0-2-0. He face-checked into a rek'sai before. He's lost some of these tower dives as well. There was a point where he was defending a turret 1v3, just gets dived by Kez, loses his flash, goes, oh, I shouldn't have been there either. And it's Dardoch having a rare bad game right now.
Matt getting poked away on there by Froggen, getting some more damage, gets the Unbreakable down, and it's also one of those things where when a rek'sai gets this far ahead of the Graves, he gets so tanky. He has the Tabby, he's completed Cinderhulk, he has the Warden's Mail, you know, he's building up all this armor so that he can counter jungle so aggressively, and who cares if Dardoch finds you? You just walk away. There's no way that the Graves can punch through this rek'sai right now, and that gets tougher and tougher because you do not have a high damage mid laner here. It's a guy with Merc Treads and Athene's, which is like 40 AP, right? So Phoenix is not your AP mid laner to crush through this guy. And if Kez gets enough armor to just survive Fabbbyyy and Dardoch, he can essentially just ignore Phoenix.
Yeah, he can. And this is the scary thing right now. You know, we do know that Phoenix can do some level of damage when we actually looked back at their... I'm going to keep referencing the game 3 against Immortals because it just happened. It was the same
a lot
comp.
of it's poke, to be fair.
Right. It's just poke damage. It's Deathfire
like
Touch. It's you get that Q out, and the damage numbers are sometimes very suspect as the Ardent Sensor will come in next for him.
Yeah.
There it is right there. Yeah, it's the full supportive build, hoping for Dardoch to get some gold finally in his pockets. Red buff attempt, and Dardoch gets it with a nice Q. Neither one had smite.
Yeah, and it's not that you can't have high damage numbers at the end of the game for Phoenix. It's just that you're not punching through a tank, right? You're not a Cassiopeia, you're not an Azir, just slaying that front line. Right. It's much more about enabling your team, trying to land those Mantra Qs on the squishies, and getting the impactful burst. And the big tanks like the rek'sai care less about the burst and more about the sustained DPS, which Phoenix is not offering.
There you go, Liquid.
There you go.
A lot of extra experience on the Dardoch. Wards are worth 30 XP. It's huge. People are leveling up so much faster than they ever were before in this game. I mean, I think that's why the crowd's cheering, right? We're now on 6-13, where the ward kills just mean twice as much as they did before, and no wonder.
It.
No wonder.
It's a very well-informed
wow. I feel like wards being worth XP is the biggest change since Cloud Drake existing. I feel like those are just...
I got nothing to say.
I actually, since we are in a bit of a lull in this game, I'll tell a story that's not directly related to the game.
Okay.
Well, actually, it is directly related, because Double Infernal Drake here. Cloud9, spoiler alert, it was the previous game in the series, won a game against Energy where Energy had Double Infernal Drake. And I was like, ah, you guys won? He's like, yeah, and they were up Drakes, like they had Double Infernals. Like, yeah, imagine if it was Cloud, they would have smashed you. And he's like, he was almost willing to say it on camera just for the memes.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him for it, but
he didn't go for it.
He was willing to tell me that Cloud Drake was the best Drake that game.
He wouldn't commit though, and
no.
Froggen and Co gonna be pushing in here in that mid lane turret. They're up 1,200 gold, up 3 kills, looking to extend that. Rift Herald buff on KFO, Trinity Force completed, has the Merc Treads to deal with this Shen taunt and the CC. And if he ever gets an extended 1v1 against Lourlo, Lourlo will be in trouble. And Keith now moving around, has to be careful.
Staying safe enough. Now, Echo Fox, the complaint for this team has always been that they're a very slow, very passive team, that they're really just waiting for KFO to win the game as the rest of the team just plays wave clear. And that's what we're seeing right now. Like, you know, to contrast to like a better team, if TSM had this lead that Echo Fox had, small as it may be, you would see a ton of proactive plays. Ashe was constantly looking for the pickoffs and the rotations.
Yeah.
And Echo Fox are playing a much, much slower game. KFL building for the split push. He's going Blade of the Ruin King second. That's what that dagger most likely means.
Yeah, very likely.
So he will not be as able to collapse for the team fights, and we're just seeing them play really for this very spread out, very slow game, and this gives opportunities for Liquid to find those comebacks.
It's true, but Fox admittedly has set up well for this style. We'll see if they can make the collapse on the Dragon if they want to fight this out. KFO is actually facing now, so if he TP'd in, he'll be too late. They're going to decide to give it up, and
this is like a Fox giving away a Drake for...
I think they're okay with it because they weren't super worried. You know, they want to continue to stacking the Infernals, and we'll see what the next one is actually going to be. It would be big if there's a third Infernal. It's actually going to be third Infernal. So if you can get 3-0, this last one that spawns, they never actually get a chance to get that back. And a massive amount of AP goes your way can mean a lot in these later stages. And as you said, they're slowing it down. They're extending the game. And doing that when you have the Infernal just means you're getting more and more from this buff.
Yeah, it does mean that. So we'll see if it goes the way of Echo Fox, who have started to lapse a little bit in their control of this one. Blue buff going over cleanly to Froggen, stacking up plenty of mana for him. Seraph's soon to be completed. Rod of Ages stacking up as well, and a bit of cooldown reduction on him. Just kind of splitting the lane against Fenix, actually. They're getting very equal amounts of farm right here. 1,000 gold splits these teams as Liquid hope to cling on in this one. And here we go, an attempt towards Keith, but Hawkshot spots out the fact that some were coming around. Now Matt's forced to run away, getting help from Fabbbyyy. He is on the hunt for some safety, and he's going to find it.
Will get out of there.
But actually, now Echo Fox own the mid lane. Mid lane Adder should be going down completely. Liquid are completely forced on the other side of this map right now, and so that'll be a bit of gold, as KFO can also choose to collapse as he pushed in the bot side of the map.
We did see Kez kind of zoning out Dardoch there too, threatening it. Ooh, nice wall. Dardoch has a quick draw though, gets over, and at the same time, there's no one answering KFO. So Fox is actually going to rotate down to the bot lane, try to get some damage in on this turret. They're making some nice moves, extending the gold lead a little bit. Have to be careful about the taunt under the turret. But they're here first, and they're getting a lot of unanswered damage right now.
They get there, and yeah, look at this turret down to about half HP already. Lourlo defending alone, stunned and a knockup and plenty of damage, puts on the dodge zone and nearly gets popped off by Froggen's Anivia. Infernal Drake putting your dollars to work right there, Echo Fox, and well, that's now Lourlo not part of this fight. He's got to reach the fountain. He should not be recalling, he should be walking, but whatever, he'll get there eventually. Heal back up, and he has standing netted up.
TP from Fenix was used there too. Keith still has the arrow available, and Froggen's pushing in the mid lane. They're looking to rotate back and forth. When you get control over this side of the jungle, you control the vision. You have the fast track between the two turrets, and KFO looks for the equilibrium strike, but Dark's a little bit too low.
Got a bit injured wall into Ashe Arrow, only forced Liquid away. Matt puts the shield up to block that almost lethal frostbite damage. Bubble hits Fabbbyyy to buy some time. There's no health bars for Liquid. They can't possibly win this fight. As Fenix put on the Mantrid shield, Matt had to flash away from impending doom. And you are seeing Echo Fox play this map quite well now.
They're looking
with
good.
Back and forth, yeah.
They're actually really picking up the pace a lot too. I like what we're seeing here from Fox. Dardoch may be collapsing, but Matt is really low. Down a summoner. They have to be careful if they want to pick this fight. Lourlo is looking.
But Matt doesn't have any help. He can't be part of this fight anymore. And there's the ping going off. Yeah, Echo Fox played it for the right amount of time. They see top wave crashing in towards them. They're going to send KFO to grab that most likely. And this time around, Echo Fox didn't lose any tempo. They didn't lose a mini wave to a turret.
Yeah.
They were the one in control. They dictated. They got a turret. They got some summoners. Actually a good set of rotations by Echo Fox.
Yeah, they controlled all 3 waves. Really solid stuff. They're not actually sending KFO to pick up that fatty wave in top lane.
It's going to be
Keith. It's going to be Ashe, and I respect that. But at the same time, I think allocating that gold to KFO, who already has this lead, to help extend that, could have been a good choice too. At the same time, they want to make sure Ashe stays relevant, want to get him safe farm.
Yeah.
Both are reasonable choices.
Also, I think they, as much as you're right, I think the gold will be better placed on the Irelia in this sort of matchup. They also have to realize the only objective on the map, neutral objective on the map, is Baron Nashor. So you got to keep your teleport on the other side right there. Keep your non-TPs nearer to the objective, and it's always an economy of resources as Irelia.
Lourlo's far up here. We'll see if KFO wants to make a move on him, because he's pretty far. KFO's not going to decide to do it. He doesn't know where people are.
Yeah,
so
there's no enemies there.
Yeah, it can be one of those plays where, although you can win the 1v1, teams can use that against you. We actually saw that used against KFO a lot yesterday by Phoenix 1, where he would get ahead in the 1v1, and then they'd basically just like put it in a position where he's going to fight, so they send someone already in advance to kind of try to take him out.
Yeah.
You have like the jungler trailing you, you have your mid laner trailing you. It's also something that we saw in the CLG series. You can use it.
I look tasty, come at me.
Yeah.
You just pick him right off. So we'll see that comes out of Bubble. Ooh, and Dardoch tried to quick draw away, so he's out of that move block, but it's going to be fine. Third Infernal Drake spawns in 70 seconds right now, but Echo Fox right now on the map first to the top side. There's no mid laner to fight against them, but no one really keeps the minion wave alive as Lourlo runs away for this one.
Phoenix is looking for a flank here. He's kind of coming around the side. It's been pinged out, though, and Fox needs to just back off. They know it. KFO pushing. There's no TP on Phoenix, so Lourlo has to base and answer. But this could be, damage on the turret, if not just the turret here.
It'll be a
KFO.
little bit.
We'll see how close he can get, because it's already pretty low on HP. It's 1,000 health. He may get it. I think he's going to get it, yeah. That turret's going down.
The void, that turret's going down. Yes, minions get it, and the local gold did go successfully over to KFO. So 4,000 gold, not huge, but it certainly matters. And we're 30 seconds from the Infernal Drake. They got to swap their lanes. They got to get KFO to the top side and get Keith down there and get the vision control. There are literally one ward, and it's liquids around this Drake.
Yeah, there's really nothing. KFO drops his trinket before he does base, so they at least have some deeper vision there. But now the rek'sai coming down can drop some Sightstone wards. Nami arriving as well. They're getting the vision control, planning ahead here, and it's a nice timing on the back for KFO. He has his TP, Blade of the Rune King completed. He can head up to top lane if he wants, but looks like he just wants to move straight over, and Keith is trying to set a trap here. He's looking for the arrow. We'll see if they're going to be able to converge, because the rest of the team isn't even here yet.
Well, flashes are up for everyone but Matt on Liquid. They can get away and dodge, and that blue trinket ward that Echo Fox never cleared betrayed them. They kill away a green ward in the mid lane. Kez gets away from the root, the attempted stun. Big takes some damage, and here comes the push in. It's Nami forced to run away, and the glacial wall comes out, and Dardoch retreats from it. Ward goes down, but now this Infernal Drake will go down very fast for Liquid. They've got KFO on the backside. Here comes the attempt to knock up on the Kez, and Red Team has slain it. Here comes the battle. A double bubble comes across. Matt is low, but look at that. KFO doesn't have a health bar. He's too squishy, and he has to run away. A taunt comes out of Lourlo. That's a kill on Kez. Liquid winning this battle 1-for-0 so far. Plenty of damage out of the Ashe, though. Stun on a Dardoch. And Echo Fox don't have any turrets really to kill. There's nothing to do for them. They were late to the play, and they were the team with the lead.
Yeah, they had the vision, they had the lead, but they give up the inside track. The pieces were not in place to contest that start, and big for TL to pick up that Infernal, because if it was 3-0, that would be massive for Echo Fox. And the team's really not on the same page here. As you can see, they're going to start fighting on the top. There's a taunt onto Kez. They're stopping him from coming in. And a nice block by Matt. He stopped every Nami wave, it feels like. And then KFO just goes way too aggressive. The monster shield is already up there. KFO flashing out as Kez flashes in. Gonna flash back to last game. And he does get taken down there. And it's pretty rough when you have those miscommunications.
Yeah.
A big play by Matt as well. Had that Nami all kind of drifted through the whole team and knocked them all up, that could have been the perfect timing for KFO to come in and maybe pop Fabbbyyy. And if you can do something like that, you can win that fight. But
yeah,
a little late to the party for Fox. They're still up a fair bit of gold, looking good. But it was a missed opportunity that could have helped to seal out this game.
Yeah, it's basically a -2 Drakes right there. Liquid got one that Fox wanted instead of 3-0. It's 2-1. It, now scarcely even a lead at that point. Gold's still pretty close, 3,500. It's technically an Echo Fox advantage, but they've just been slow to the play pretty repeatedly now. A nice dodge in the bubble, and mid lane turret's gonna go down. Arrow only tags Matt. You're not gonna kill that guy. Wow, look at the damage output. Big survives thanks to a nice locket shield. But you can see how successful Liquid are being in this mid game.
Matt is looking so good on the braum.
Yeah.
He blocks everything. He's soaking every Ashe arrow, every Nami ultimate. Gets super frustrating when it happens, and it can sometimes actually make you scared to even use the ability because, like, well, he's just going to block it. Either way, KFO has the 1v1 advantage. He's sitting on that rage pot in case there's any sort of big all-ins. He's really extending the CS lead here, so Fox just needs to stick to the game plan. Don't worry about the Infernal. Sure, you wanted it. They're going to start up the Baron, though, try to draw them over, and TL has no vision on this right now. All blue trinkets are on cooldown. They have no idea what's going on, but they're going to
Froggen's buying time. He's buying as much time as he can. A great wall in the tidal wave as well to buy even more time, but Dardoch does not have smite. It's coming up soon.
KFO's still pushing, so this is fine. They don't actually need to do anything except stop them from taking the Baron. Really smart from Echo Fox.
Definitely a great call. So now it's KFO onto this turret, dealing plenty of damage. He propped the red elixir to make sure he had more DPS, and it's now a slow recall coming out of the Karma. There we go. Inhibitor turret taken down. A trade of flash for a Shen ulti. That's okay as well. And a nice move there. Echo Fox growing the lead a little bit more.
Really nice stuff, and that is the kind of shot calling you need to make. They're knowing their limits. They're starting up the Baron, they back off at the right time. Froggen delays. They don't overuse anything. They don't commit to any bites. Ooh.
Not a great arrow. There's almost no chance I was going to hit Matt, to be honest. But they now wall him off, and that's going to force the flash. He's always there to put the shield up to block the frostbite damage. It'd be like a 700 damage spell onto him, so doing that very successfully.
Really well timed.
Yeah. Definitely an excellent player right there. Formerly a Thresh one trick back in the day, but now growing his champion pool quite nicely. Remember in the early days he was on Liquid, all he could really play well was Bard and Janna. And he's gotten better and better.
An incredible Bard.
He is an incredible Bard.
Yeah. Blue buff onto that Graves. Okay. Surprising to see that this late in the game, but does not want to give it up, and Fenix was kind of on the other side of the map, so he's just going to take it away. Once again, it's wave clear duty here for Froggen. He's actually looking for a pick. We'll see if he can get someone.
Gets a stun. Dardoch going to take some damage. A nice block. Matt once again stops the frostbite, this time for Dardoch.
Matt is on fire this game.
Really, really is. And he can set other people on fire as well with that ignite. We'll see if someone else can make this happen as KFO is pushing the bot lane. He's burned his ulti to push the wave in, and there's no turret to fight him anymore.
And if it's only Lourlo basing, he's just going to ignore him and take the turret. We'll see. Liquid needs to collapse back on this because this is not a 1v1 that Lourlo can actually win. He can only hope to delay him, and the inside track has been taken by Echo Fox. They're stopping the backs, and this is going to be an inhibitor for them. Really well played. If you look at the mid lane, they blocked them off completely.
Beautiful. A one-on-one that Lourlo could not win. Glimpse of the Void and Red Buff were both on KFO, and there's no chance to win that fight when he's built to kill you.
And no chance.
And now KFO says, Dardoch, why are you even here? He's not going to win this fight. 1v2 through a Shen ultimate. A kill for KFO against Dardoch. Liquid are falling apart. There's almost no chance of a steal. This should not be missed. Baron goes through to Echo Fox, and Irelia is still on the bot side of the map. This is a 4v3 that they can win. Ooh, a great dodge in the arrow by Fabbbyyy, but here comes an attempt at the kills. Matt's going to go down. Phoenix's shield does not bring in enough in time. A taunt by Lourlo stops KFO's teleport, but who even cares? Because look at the damage up what they've got. Fabby's now cut out from his base. Kez going to force the flash to not get knocked up. And he's on Nexus turrets. Yes, he is. Phoenix dangerously almost dead. The Chen, KFO can't quite get it picked up, but Keith will. The volley from downtown. And look at that. It's an Echo Fox game where KFO does all the heavy lifting. The team shot calls around him, and they find their advantages.
But they are doing really well as the four-man squad. It cannot be overstated. They are playing their part to perfection. This is an Echo Fox that is in rare form. They are looking great. Another turret taken down, extending that gold lead. Dardoch was trying to make the outplay, trying to be the playmaker for the team. It goes bad as KFO easily dispatches of him.
That's honestly just silly by Dardoch, though. He should know better with the
Watch this flash by Big. This is so clever. How many times has he gotten blocked? He flashes
behind him.
Yeah, he actually started a cast animation, flashes behind him, drops the wave. They do land it. They have the follow-up CC. They're able to take out the kill on the support. Graves is already dead on the other side of the map, which allowed them to secure that kill. And KFO eventually will come around. Nice flash there by Fabbbyyy, by the way. But Fenix very, very low, and in comes KFO. Tries to pop him through a shield, can't quite do it. But the volley from Keith nails it. And that is another kill on the back end there. And this Irelia is massive. Branduin's Omen now complete. He's building towards the GA. It's going to be so hard to even 1v2 this guy.
When the Irelia finally gets to build tank items, you know life is going to be hard for the rest of the team. A great arrow this time hits Dardoch. Matt was not there to absorb it. There's the knockup, there's the damage, there's the kill picked up. Nicely done. Matt's gone as well. Tidal Wave doesn't matter anymore to Fabbbyyy. But look at this now. 7,000 up. Baron buff for a little bit longer on this team.
Yeah, and the bot lane wave pushing in heavily. KFO already on the inhibitor turret. They could potentially end this game here. 38 seconds on Dardoch. They're down one of their major components here. Second inhib is falling, and I think we're going to see Fox push for the win.
Yeah, we might see Echo Fox bring it over to a game 3. Maybe it's not too late for their season. Technically, they can actually still reach playoffs. That's mathematically possible, but it is a long road ahead as they look to finish off game 2 against Liquid and bring it to the decider. A team that said, hey, we're right below the top tier, but dropping a game now to the bottom team as they look to kill everybody else off. Matt tries one more time to valiantly hold the door, but it's not going to be enough. A double kill comes through, and this will be the turrets falling, the Nexus to come right afterwards, and 10-1 in kills. KFO split pushing until the very end of it, and Echo Fox cleaning up the rest of Liquid, taking down the Nexus and getting themselves a game 2 win over Liquid.
What a game from Echo Fox, and